Kính thưa quý thầy, quý sư cô, cùng toàn thể quý bà đồng tham chư thiện tri thức.
Dear monastic sangha and all Zen practitioners,
Chú trọng cái thực hành.
when we practice the Hoạt, we mainly focus on the practice. And when we practice, but we create the obstacle by our own karma. And actually, we create more karma at every moment. Whether it's a good karma, bad karma, because of the karma, we deepen our ignorance and create more karma, body and mind. The mind is the source of create all the karmas, and the body is participate all the karma. So the mind is the source, or the originate source for the karma. So when we're talking about karma, we have good karma, bad karma, and neutral karma. But when we're in the neutral karma, it's still in the process of karma. So when we practice, when we really do the kung fu practice, it will reduce or slow down the process of karma. So when people try to do the charity, actually they don't really know that they might create more karma. So when once practice the non-attachment to the charity, or do the good deed, or do the good merits without non-duality between good and bad, then that is the true dana, true donation or charity. So the story of the Bodhidharma, when he went to China, he went to the king Vu Di, the king Vu Di. So the king Vu Di asked Bodhidharma, so all these years I have been built a lot of temples and support the monastic sanghas. So do I whether have all the karma or good merits? And the Bodhidharma said that no, you don't gain any merits. So when Bodhidharma spoke to him like this, the king Vudi, he was really unpleasant. He was very unhappy, but he didn't get the meaning of the Bodhidharma, that when the mind do all the things but not get attached to the good merits or bad merits, and that is when you get the true merits. So later on, Bodhidharma thought that the time for the teaching of the Bodhidharma had yet to come. So he went to the mountain and faced the wall. So when we have this mind knowing that whether we gain the merit or not, or we acknowledge, people acknowledge their the good deeds. So when once clinging to the conventional merits, they only get the conventional seeds or results in the later life. Because of this attachment, we're not able to get to the non-duality merits, because we have this expectation for return, good result return to us, and this creates more confusion, more confliction, more undesirable results for us. So whether it's a good deeds or bad deeds, doesn't matter what, we have to return to the practice. So how do we practice this? We need to return, ask the question, and raise the doubt. So that's also the meaning, offering the merits to the Buddha in the 10 directions. And this is the true practice. And this is the practice of true Buddha's intention. So we need to practice this correctly. So when we practice this, we go beyond the conventional behaviors or conventional practice. So when we practice, we have to go non-abiding, non-attachment. So when we are talking about this, we need to not fall into the deep attachment to the practice, and eventually it creates this hidden attachment that we don't realize. So when we're talking about right effort, so we need to practice the parameter effort. The parameter effort is when we don't know that we have this effort in our practice, and we also don't know that we have this strong continuity in the practice. So it's the basic practice is you're gonna ask the question and raise the doubts continuously until you don't realize that you do that. So for all of us, we are very fortunate in this practice, but doesn't matter what. Some of us, we should get into the obstacles because of our ignorance, our own attachment, our own self-attachment. And on this path, it's always obstacles, doesn't matter small or big obstacles, but doesn't matter what, you need to continue strive on. Whether we have a good Dharma friends on the path or not, we still need to continue with the practice. So don't let the all this obstacle delay our practice. So if you want to offer the merits, the true merits, to pay your gratitude to your parents, to your teachers and the Buddhas and all sentient beings, we need to practice diligently. So now it's time for question and answer. Please raise your hand if you have any. Sư cô Pháp Tuệ, please go ahead. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Dear senior monks nuns and all Zen practitioners. Yesterday when you explained about the true mind, the true practice, but sometimes we get tricked by our own mind, but we don't realize it. So I share with one of my Zen practitioners that practitioner says that I have a stubborn mind. So when I look back throughout my life, so when I was 3 years old, I experienced this serious illness, very traumatized. So I was the victim of this illness through the experience of the boat people when we try to go overseas with the boat, and I get this kind of sickness, maybe sea sickness, and so I have this thought how I can release this suffering, and it has been with me for all this time, and try to release the suffering. I could see that all sentient beings experience the suffering and try to get out of it, and I have witnessed that and try to practice with different traditions, and I could not able to let go of the suffering. So when I have a chance to practice with you with your guideline and instructions and other friends, I have been able to share my own suffering, my experience in the suffering, and I still not very clear in my practice. So my friend told me that I still have this stubborn mind. So when I have this intention to release the suffering, every step in the practice I could see the suffering. So the more I practice this, I am able to take the practice seriously, and very fortunate to practice with everyone, good teachers and good friends, and we are very fortunate to have you to give us a guideline for the practice. So when you are truly in the practice, you able to see our own suffering. So I would like to ask you to give us more teaching on this one so we can understand better. So as you can see everything that you describe is comes from your own self-attachment and your own ignorance. So when you can look at the Buddha's example. So the Buddha himself, when he was a prince, he was able to practice this deep contemplation. So his mother, Maya, passed away after late for him, or gave birth to him. But people think that it's a very bad karma for his mother, but actually that is the greatest merit that he created by giving birth to the king of Dharma. So from this young age, Prince Siddhartha, he was like in this practice already of deep contemplation. So when the foreseer or fortune teller Asita, he witnessed the birth of Prince Siddhartha. So he was crying because he said that he couldn't stay or live longer to witness the teaching or listen to the teaching of Prince Siddhartha. So compare our life to the Prince Siddhartha. We way different. We're not the same. We're not in the same league. So we have full of jealousy. When people try to criticize us, we may not happy, and we have a lot of resentment. So we are different with Prince Siddhartha very much. So with his energy around him, even the horse, they loved him for his energy or his mind, beautiful mind, the energy of the Prince Siddhartha. So this is the most challenge because a lot of people loved him, but he still left the palace when he was able to. So his only wish was to help all sentient beings relieve the suffering and live in the mind of awakening. So he did what he could with his all ability to lead us out of our suffering. So also exhaust our karma. So we just need to follow what the Buddha have taught, so we can understand our karma. So we can we have to use this absolute practice to end our karma. So when we practice it on this path, we are going opposite, in the opposite of the karma, of all the habits, energy. So even enlightened beings achieve the awakening, but they still have a little remained habit energies. So therefore, we need to continue with our practice and have a strong belief in your practice, belief in yourself. So what we know or understand from our childhood, sometimes it's also the from the false mind. So we should not proud of our own accomplishment. Doesn't matter what kind of accomplishment we gain, we should not proud of it. So just like Prince Siddhartha, he wasn't proud of his own, right mind set, right? So it doesn't matter what we encounter with, good, bad, or whatnot. It's just the strings of attachment, and it's the source of our suffering or ignorance. So we don't really remember everything from our childhood life. We cannot remember everything, so we only maybe remember some of it. So even the Prince Siddhartha, he didn't even keep track of what he did good when he was a child. So this is only he used it to as a skillful means. So we should follow the practice of the Buddha, and so doesn't matter what you remember from your childhood. You don't have to mind about it, but you just need to return to your own practice and raise it out. So the Tao is gonna take care of everything. So all this knowledge, seeking for knowledge, or gained knowledge, or skillful knowledge. So it doesn't matter what kind of knowledge you're gonna get. You need to let go. So if you are already on the side of doubt, you should not mix up with all the other knowledge into it. So it doesn't matter what people try to label you, whether you are an idiot or you are ignorant people, you are whatever, negative people label you. You just need to continue with your practice. Doesn't matter what they try to say. So that's the true intention of the Buddha and the patriarchs. Do you understand? Just like myself, maybe a lot of people, they don't like me. So that's my own karma. But that doesn't matter what. I just need to continue with the practice, and that way is gonna exhaust my my own negative karma. Because they create through my body, speech, and mind. So when you want to do the repentance, the true repentant body is not just from the mouth that we say, but we need to practice truly practice. That's how you're gonna do the repentance. So all this karma that create through our body, speech, and mind. So now we return to the source. That's how you do the true repentance. Ms. Kim Ying, please. Yeah.
Dạ, Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Con kính thưa quý
Namo
thầy.
Satya Muni Buddha, dear Zen practitioner, and all friends. I would like to present my practice. This evening when I practice at the Zendo, when I start asking the Huatou question. So when I ask 2 to 3 times, when I start do the practice, and I realized that I didn't ask the question, and the time is ended, and we start doing the walking meditation. So many previous day, when I experienced sleepiness, so when I asked the question, I didn't clearly ask the question. So when I asked the question, I tried to get into the doubt. So this evening, try to ask in 2 sections. I didn't know anything about it. When I woke up, I didn't know anything. I didn't know what was I doing. So I was kind of worried about why practice. So can you correct my practice? Thank you. So when you practice, you don't truly practice, you're gonna fall into the neutral state of mind. So when you don't realize that you fall into the deep state of mind, quiet mind. So the brother of Wei Chi, and he was in a deep meditation for 800 years inside the tree. So on his way to go back to his hometown, and he was hiding inside that tree, and he started do the practice, deep concentration, and he actually fell into the greatest meditation, and for 800 years. So one day, the thunderstorm, the lightning hit, struck the tree, and the tree split in half, and people saw a human being inside this tree. So the people temple came, and they determined it is a monk has been in the deep meditation. So they tried to wake him up, and he came out of the deep concentration. and they asked him, they asked him, who are you and where you from? And he said that, he was just take the refuge into the tree because of the storm. And people asked, where have you been? And he said that I've been going to see my brother, but I've been staying this tree to do the practice. But he actually took the deep meditation for 800 years. So when people ask him, what you want to do, what do you want to do next? And he said, I want to go back into the deep meditation again. So that is his own, desire or karma for practice. So therefore, the Buddha wouldn't recommend that kind of practice. So in our practice, the instruction is forbid us to stay in that deep concentration. So even in this deep concentration, you cannot hold on to that emptiness. So as long as you keep the doubt, then you won't get into the this deep concentration. So the thoughts, before thoughts and after thoughts, we should not get stuck in this deep concentration. So the doubt is gonna sweep this kind of deep concentration. So we should not get stuck in that. So when you have a deep, strong curiosity or energy of wondering, deep consideration for the practice, and it will take us out of this concentration. So doesn't matter what, if you get stuck in the concentration and you get into the emptiness of the mind, then you need to be careful. So you have to return and make a vow of the bodhicitta vow, and you know that the mind is always full of all the things. So we should not try to gain something. Then we're gonna get into the attachment of the mind. So when you realize this and you return, so that is the good sign. So the Zen master Xin Yuan, when he experienced this empty of the mind, he realized that. So he came out of that emptiness of the mind. So because of his doubt, that's when he able to find the realization. So therefore, the patriarch say there's no other way. We just need to continue with the Huato practice. So if you know that you still have the self-attachment, you need to continue with the strong vow. So if your practice is dying now, you need to initialize, ignite the engine again, so get it going. So you understand? Yes, thank you. So we run out of time. Thank you, everyone. So goodbye, dear monastic sangha and Zen practitioner. You have a good day.